We just went through something unlike anything we've ever gone through before, right? In One Piece chapter 1044. I want to touch on a bunch of things in this video. So please don't get triggered, because I'm going to talk about things that if you really enjoy and love One Piece, it's gonna make you feel some type of way, right? But I'm addressing the other side so that we can move forward and not dwell on this topic about Luffy being the chosen one and One Piece being shit, One Piece being trash compared to Naruto, etc., etc. Like, even then, talking about Naruto and comparing it to One Piece, I never understood that, because Naruto is a goat and legend in its own right. So using Naruto to shit on One Piece just doesn't work for me, especially as a huge Naruto fan, and my love for One Piece is clear. But okay, today we got something really fun to talk about, and this is Likewise. This is a brilliant app, and today they're the sponsor of today's video, but I gotta let you guys know this is legit. And what makes it really cool is the fact that it enhances my life. It makes my life easier. But you're like, okay, Brago, we get it, but how does it make your life easier? Okay, so first off, Likewise is someone like Tinder, but for books, podcasts, and even TV shows and movies. Basically, when you get the app, you download it, you choose the things that you like, right? Could be TV show, podcast, movies. And you pick out movies that you like, or books or TV shows. And what Likewise does is that they recommend things that you would like based on what you already like. And they're using smart technology to basically find these recommendations. And typically it's really good. Like recently, I got recommended this book. It's called The Superheroes Team by Lucas Flint. And that was because I liked Harry Potter. And so far it's really damn good. But it has a bunch of great features, right? Because it has this thing where it's like a group. You can invite people that like the same things that you like. And you guys can just be there and have conversations about the things you like. And then you have cards every day which give you a personalized recommendation based on what you like. And again, it's like Tinder, but for books, movies, and shows. And you can organize everything like Mal, my anime list, putting all your favorites in one place. So guys, if you're interested in something like that, you're getting bored, you need something to watch, your friends keep giving you trash recommendations, I'm on there, Brago_D_Ace, and let's connect. So click the link in the description to download the Likewise app. We gotta address some things. And so that's what this video is about. Initially planned on talking about all the foreshadowing, which probably will come tomorrow, that we've gotten to this point, but we gotta talk about the other side. The possible ramifications of Luffy's devil fruit and what could be bad for the story. Now, in general, I don't give a shit about Luffy being the chosen one, because I have been banging the drum about this for a while, saying, hey, Luffy is just special, a lot more special than anyone else, after he got a personal escort to the New World, meaning he got 2 years with Rayleigh, the right hand of the Pirate King. Was that not weird to anyone, that Luffy was maybe a bit more special than even his contemporaries? Blackbeard, of course, I mean, he has 2 devil fruits, but that was a risk that he took, and it was like, it worked out for him. For Luffy, he's gotten a lot of aid just being him, right? Where he was, where he grew up, his lineage. Not saying it's a bad thing, but to realize it now and come to the conclusion that, oh my God, he's a chosen one, One Piece is finally bad. No, what are you talking about? This has always been in the cards, in my opinion, but we're gonna talk about it. What we're also gonna talk about is the fact that you looking at this video and that subscribe button is still red. Oh, you haven't realized? Look down real quick. Yeah, been watching a couple videos, not subscribed, do it now, all right? If you're already subscribed, just drop a like. Make that finger work for me, yeah? Okay, it's getting a little weird. Now, 1044 rather, a monumental chapter, probably a lot of people are gonna say the best chapter in One Piece history. It's hard to narrow things down when you have 1044 to go through. More options does make it very hard to choose which one. But what I wanna talk to you guys about today is Luffy and the possible negative ramifications of this fruit. The main thing, will, destiny, fate, that's been running rampant, right? And I don't want to be on one side saying, bro, it's obvious what the story has been telling us. Well, hold on. Do we really think Oda had this plan about Luffy's devil fruit from the beginning, being the mythical Zoan sun god Nika? Absolutely not. One Piece was technically going to end in Alabasta or after Alabasta. Nothing was mentioned about it then, but to be able to pivot and use what you have and build upon it, build layers upon layers upon layers. It's like Inception. The best ones can go deeper. That could apply to other things, but what I'm saying is this is genius. Like, this is what genius looks like. So I think even some people can't comprehend just what it would take to get here, even in your own profession, but there are some causes for concern. So Luffy's devil fruit is the sun god model. What the hell? It's a lot. It's the Hito, or the human fruit model sun god Nika. So first, Sun God Nika is a mythological figure in the world of One Piece, not in our world, because I say anything is a Nika, it's a completely different context. But in the One Piece world, it's a myth. It is a god, it is mythological, that's why we have a devil fruit for it. But the thing is, the Sun God Nika is the epitome of freedom. It embodies what it means to be free. And so, Luffy has the perfect devil fruit to go against the world government, right? Because he's a D, and the D, as we know, are enemies of the gods. Hold on a second. He is a D, he's the enemy of a god. god, but now he has the sun god fruit, which is the epitome of freedom, but he's technically a god as well. It does bring up the chicken or the egg thing, where was Luffy always this way? A lot of Luffy's exploits was it the cause of just Luffy being Luffy, or did the fruit aid in these things, right? Luffy's undying will, was it him or his Zoan abilities? The destiny thing will never come to a solid conclusion. You can explain it as best you can, and for the most part, it's going to depend on how you feel about things. If you think it's not a big deal and you love One Piece, it's going to be confirmation bias if I say destiny and fate and they're all intertwined, but destiny is a result of your choices, which I do believe in. But if I'm on the other side and say, well, Luffy is just a round peg just fit into a round hole because everything was already predetermined and he just had to step into it and everything just ran its course. All Luffy had to do was be born. The prophecy, Luffy was always going to end up here awakening his devil fruit and unlocking Gear 5. The history tells us about that with Joy Boy, 800 years, the 20 years for Toki, everyone looking at Luffy saying all the things about him is special. Is that just a result of his will? Is this just a result of him being who he is? Or was he aided by a cosmic force in society, or just the Gomu Gomu no Mi having a will of its own? We cannot just discount that, can we? The fact that he has a devil fruit that has a will of its own, that is a mythological fruit that was owned by the previous titled person, Joy Boy, who not the liberator of people because he decided not to do that, but he figured that someone else could come along, and that person has been Luffy. I think this conversation or the people being upset is not a bad thing. I think it's somewhat unwarranted because this is what we signed up for. This was a story of destiny from the beginning, but now it's just being thrown blatantly in our faces. That's the issue here. I've always known and felt like Luffy was too special. Everything went his way, even when it wasn't supposed to go his way, but he is the main character of the story. I think, you know what it is? A lot of people, they found solace in the fact that, okay, Luffy does have his grandfather is like the best Marine ever. Yeah, his dad is like the world's worst criminal. Yeah, his mentor is a Yonko of the Sea, or rather his benefactor in Shanks is a Yonko of the Seas, so he's never gonna fight him really. Well, his personal trainer is the right hand of the Pirate King. Yeah, the people that ushered him into the Grand Line is like from the crew of the Pirate King. Yeah, he has the only person that can read poneglyphs on his crew. Yeah, he has the only person who's probably a Shimotsuki and will be the world's greatest swordsman. Yeah, he has the person that would probably be the world's best chef in One Piece. Yeah, he has the reindeer that would probably be the world's best doctor in One Piece. Yeah, he has a person that would be the world's best carpenter in One Piece, or shipwright. Yeah, he has a person that actually died and came back in the world of One Piece. Maybe not the greatest musician, but one of the best musicians that we know. Yeah, he has a former warlord of the sea and the best helmsman in One Piece. And then he has Usopp, the best liar, manifester, whatever I say actually happens ever. But you know what? Him, his devil fruit, being a mythical Zoan, that's where I draw the line. That's the thing I have an issue with. These things should have already bothered you if this was gonna bother you. But everyone has a limit. Everyone has a breaking point. Like, oh my God, okay, you did this, you accomplished this, but now you're telling me you're a god as well? He is a god in a mythical sense with his devil fruit. And I don't want to downplay how people feel, but this is kind of what it is. The possible narrative ramifications come from just a suspension of disbelief. You're trying to tell me that all this was planned and all this was set in motion. And so Shanks, did he know about this fruit? Did he not know? For him going specifically after this fruit, is this a part of his plan? Him talking about meeting Luffy soon, is he referencing awakening? Him possibly going to the Gorosei and warning them about Luffy, was he trying to create an environment for Luffy to awaken? Did he stop Kaido from going to Marineford to probably salvage a situation where Luffy could have possibly died? I mean, some of these things is cognitive dissonance, but I just want to understand how far does this go? As someone that enjoys the story of One Piece, and I've long time been on the side of I'm here for the ride, I want to have a good time and see this thing through. I have in the past been heavily critical of One Piece for certain things I did not like. Then I realized some of it was the story's not going the way I see it going. Oda's inconsistent in regards to power. Oda's inconsistent sometimes in regards to personality. And again, Luffy is clearly just the focus of the story, which to me, I like some variety. But One Piece makes up for it in so many different areas, it was negligible. I was committed to the story and I was going to finish it no matter what. I was going to enjoy this ride. Big Mom's amnesia, hated it. The Toby Roppo and how they've been taken out, hate it. I mean, Big Mom in general and some of the narratives around her, don't like it. But Luffy, Luffy, people used to say I hate Luffy because it was just like, come on, like give him some struggle in regards to actual consequence. Yes, Ace was a major one, but Luffy didn't learn much from it. In Whole Cake Island, it was like, Luffy, come on, let's go. He was like, nope, I'm gonna give her one more punch. I'm like, bruh, it is what it is. Based on what I'm seeing though, the main issue is Luffy is too special. Luffy is the chosen one, obviously. He has become a deity in the One Piece world, and how can you expect me to get behind this when the story is about freedom and freedom of choice? But this is genuinely a wait and see thing, no? What does Luffy say to all this? What if Luffy doesn't care? What if Luffy says, I don't give a what? I'm rubber. What if that's his answer? For some people, it doesn't matter. It was like, okay, you don't care, but you're still gonna go save the world. You're still the person that everyone has been waiting for. You're still literally the sun god and joy boy. I don't care if you don't care. The story is forcing you to care. It does create some scenarios where you could find a bad taste in your mouth. Like, this is a story of freedom, but also destiny. Yes, those two aren't necessarily mutually exclusive. It's all about how Oda handles it. I think at this point it's hard to really not acknowledge the fact that Luffy is clearly a child of destiny. Prophecies are involved. Time travel is involved. The only way this can be salvaged for the other side is if Oda comes out and explains it in a way that, hey, we were not sure that Luffy was going to be the guy. There have been several people just as special as him in the past, and they failed. They made choices that led to their inevitable failure. These people were chosen as well. I think my favorite way in which this is somewhat done is in Star Wars with Anakin Skywalker. The chosen one, he was supposed to be. By the end of it, the chosen one, he was not. It was interesting, riveting. Someone that's chosen to change the world and be this light of hope went the complete opposite way. But was it really him? You would like to question things. The definitive stance of Luffy being this guy rubs people the wrong way. It makes them question the person they have been rooting for. So you're telling me Luffy isn't an underdog? No, he hasn't been. The fruit was the final thing that people were holding on to. But at least he made the best out of this regular fruit. Whoa. Which my response is, he did. For all intents and purposes, he made the rubber fruit great because of his imagination, because of how he could do things. Them implying that the rubber fruit is just limited by your imagination only, and in the viz it says fight any way he fancies, which, ew. But this is every devil fruit. Every devil fruit is about you and how creative you can be with it. Hawkins, there's no way we thought it was just a straw fruit. Look at what he can do with it. He can literally summon almost demons. He can use your body against you. I'm not saying that you should love this. I'm not saying that you should just accept anything that's thrown at you with One Piece. You have the right to be critical. You have the right to not like these things. And this is something that you are justified in not liking because of how it makes you feel. Like, you're 100% correct. But give it some time. Let's see what the explanation is. Let's see where this Joy Boy thing goes. Maybe you do like how it's resolved. We just had a monumental chapter of the story. One of the best ever, in my opinion. It embodies One Piece, if we're being clear. If we ignore some of the possible narrative inconsistencies with Luffy getting this mythical devil fruit and the world government being absolute fucking idiots, it's a masterpiece. Now, quickly before we end this, the world government being absolute fucking idiots, hear me out. Luffy goes to Marineford, Gomu Gomu no Mi, he's spamming it, and they're just like, okay. But we gotta think about how many people know about this thing. Even the Gores say we're kinda, it's a rumor, like we're not really sure. My issue is the shift from we're not sure to, hey, we've been trying to get to Gomu Gomu no Mi for years. Okay. Wait, what? Anyway, Luffy, Marineford. They had admirals there, they had people there, but he wasn't necessarily the focus. The person they were focused on was Porcus the Ace, and they wanted to exterminate Ace immediately. Now, my thing is, was this grandiose performance a result of, hey, Imu maybe seeing Ace and knowing about Joy Boy, knowing that he's the son of the Pirate King and wanting to extinguish that immediately, but doing it publicly also deters future pirates because now you're killing the Pirate King's son. This is the offspring of someone that started this era, and so we're gonna try to end this era by extinguishing his bloodline and then effectively cutting off or destroying Joy Boy from this era if they assume him to be Joy Boy. So Luffy wasn't necessarily the focus. Luffy wasn't even supposed to be there. The only person that was more focused on Luffy than Ace technically was Akainu. Akainu went past Ace after he fell and said, I'ma show you how to kill somebody. Then Ace jumped in the way. And he was always like, Dragon's son. He wanted Luffy badly, which I don't think Akainu knows anything about Joy Boy. I think it's just probably a rift between him and Dragon from the past. Maybe Dragon in training or whatever when he was a Marine. But Luffy wasn't the focus. Okay, Marineford is over. Luffy then goes away for 2 years. Okay, he comes back straight to Fishman Island. No Marine presence. After Fishman Island, the return of Sabaody, the only person that was there was Sentomaru. Sentomaru at that point isn't capturing Sanji. What is he gonna do to Luffy? We move on, we go to Fishman Island. No Marine presence. From Fishman Island, we go to Punk Hazard. No real Marine presence, just Smoker. And at that point, Smoker could not hold a candle to Luffy. I mean, he lost the law. After Punk Hazard, we go to Dressrosa, where Fujitora, he let him go, right? An admiral was there, and an admiral let him go because of the type of person he was, which has been Luffy throughout the story. His personality has aided his exploits, and he's drawn people to him. And a Marine even was looking at him and saying how radiant he is. He felt the warmth. So Fuji let him go. Then we go to Zoe. No Marine presence. Zoe is very difficult to find. You need a Vivre card. After Zoe, we go to Whole Cake Island, a Yonko's territory. No Marine presence necessarily. CP0 agents, but there's nothing you're doing there with just CP0 agents. After Whole Cake, we go to Wano, closed off from the world government. When, honestly, would the world government have time or the focus to go after Monkey D. Luffy, especially with the Reverie happening, especially with the world government going against the revolutionaries, especially with someone like Blackbeard out there, who they felt like was a lot further along and had 2 devil fruits, and not 2 regular devil fruits. He didn't have the Jacket no Mi and then Kodozone's fruit. He had Whitebeard's fruit with the power to destroy the world, and he had Yami Yami no Mi, who could basically take away people's devil fruit powers. I would say he was probably a greater threat at the time, and also because the Gomu Gomu no Mi had not awakened in 800 years. After 20 years on Wano, right, Orochi was like, this thing gotta be a rumor. The 9 shadows woven after 20 years, 800 years. They're like, come on, like there's no such thing as a sun god Nika, right? No such thing. And then so far post time skip, it has not been an opportunity where they could have a focused attack to apprehend the Straw Hats. Now it's like, okay, Luffy's in Wano, we're gonna send ships there to wait for him, right? As much as they're idiots, it's a result of Luffy being Luffy with Aokiji letting him go and Fujitora letting him go. But it's so intertwined well with the story, the end result for me is it's not a problem. The world government has always, for the most part, been somewhat incompetent. Marineford was a huge W. Like, they established themselves as, hey, we're in control. We took out Ace and Whitebeard in this war, and they probably could have done a lot more. But for nuanced things like this, they failed. But they're the ones that's in power. They're in control. And honestly, no matter what they did, it was not going to stop this. Whatever they did with CP0, it spurred this on. Whatever they did with Kaido, it spurred it on. Them interfering made the thing that did not want to happen happen. The self-fulfilling prophecy. It's actually a thing. But yeah, guys, give me your thoughts. What do you think about this quote-unquote Luffy problem? Is it a thing? Could be, but I'm not there yet, okay? And I don't know if I'll ever get there just because of how I feel about the story. I'm here for the ride. I trust in Oda. And One Piece has brought so much joy to my life in so many different ways, and especially my acknowledgement of Luffy being special way before this. I'm so good with all this, but I'm not gonna ignore the other side, okay? But guys, give me your thoughts. How do you feel about it? Make sure to like the video. Let me know below, right? Because comment video is coming out this week, where I'm gonna read through comments, some of the best comments. We're gonna do that this week. So yeah, leave a comment below. Make sure to like the video if you did. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Follow me on Twitter at BragoDAce. Follow me on Instagram at BragoD.Ace. Thank you to my patrons. I appreciate you guys all so much. Again, guys, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
I start doubting me, I felt lost. I rewrite it.